My name's Lee Otterway. I'm the commercial director at Dot Group. Dot Group is an IBM business partner, and I've been at Dot Group for about 5 years. Who are Dot Group? It's a good question. Dot Group have been an IBM business partner for about 27 years, so very well established within IBM. There's a division of us that have been more specifically working in broadcast, so we've probably got about 100 years of experience in broadcast between us. And I've been in broadcast all of my career. So Dot Group is, as I said, an IBM software systems integrator. So they specialize in data engineering, analytics, accelerated file transfer, and more recently, sustainability solutions. The team globally can provide strong technical consulting, implementation, and architectural skills all around customers' data. We have offices around Europe, but we're now expanding into Asia and the US with some new strategic partnerships that have recently been announced. The biggest and most disruptive tech trends is a good question. So what I'm seeing mostly myself is probably the uptake of cloud native production. I'm seeing companies needing to reduce the dependency on physical infrastructure and allowing collaboration of teams to be taken more easily across global organizations, but even organizations of small sizes where they just need to be able to have the scalability and the elasticity offered in the cloud. A lot of people that are on old traditional on-prem setups, they just can't get that flexibility that they need. It's too rigid and they can't cope with how productions just need to scale at different points in time nowadays. It wouldn't be right if I didn't call out a second trend that we're seeing, which is sustainability and green ops. The need to measure and reduce carbon emissions from broadcast IT using carbon tracking platforms is really hotting up at the moment. There are regulatory demands that are fast approaching that will see larger broadcasters start to demand more clear ESG numbers from their suppliers. And we're only seeing more and more of it in the coming years. So if you're visiting the Future Tech Hall, Hall 14, come and give us a visit. This year, we're going to be making waves in the sustainability space, but specifically looking at broadcast IT. Saving costs while saving carbon is what we see as a win-win. And people are looking at both at the moment. People want to save money and you want to do it in a green and efficient way. So we have something that we're launching, which is going to be looking specifically at broadcast IT infrastructure. This will allow companies to create their own, what we're calling a baseline, rather than accepting the sort of somewhat dubious and frankly greenwashed baseline numbers that you sometimes get from the major cloud providers. They give it to you as a whole, and you don't really see any granularity within that. So having an undisputable piece of data on your broadcast IT that is being able to allow you to be informed about what's consuming the energy, and because you have that information in front of you, it allows you to start making some decisions about why is this running over here, who is using this much electricity, etc. So that granularity is something that the software, with our relationship with IBM, we've managed to be able to go in and pick out parts of certain products that are enterprise level products, but we're able to go and cherry pick very specific elements of those and introduce them into the broadcast chain. So this product is going to be called Green Dot, and the first version of it will be available to be seen at IBC. What sets Green Dot apart is its practical application in the operational heart of media. So not just facilities management or HR carbon footprints, but core production and delivery infrastructure. What do I think the future of TV might look like? Wow, that's a big question. So obviously the hot topic at the moment is AI. And if this continues in its advancement, really, AI and computing and the media convergence carries on, I can easily see some sort of, I hate to say it, direct to mind neural link type technology being produced And it will at some point become even a rarity to see a traditional TV screen anywhere, I think. I can see content being made available based on not just on what your own preferences, like you might be used to now, but more scarily things like your emotional state or mood or, geez, it's scary to even say out loud sometimes. I also think that the interactive and immersive content would go way beyond what we may see now in, say, a 4D cinema experience, where things like smell or temperature or even emotional states could be triggered in your mind. Again, it scares me to death to think about something like that, but that's where everything is heading. The use of things like synthetics and AI personas that would become the face of TV networks. I think like Max Headroom type thing. it's quite scary to think about, but even the use of robotics and things, we've already seen attempts of using AI and electric formula type races for cars with some interesting results. I don't know if you've seen those, but some of them have just stopped on the track for no reason. But I mean, it's an indication of where things like the sports could go. We've probably all seen movies like Real Steel, where there's boxing matches taking places between robots. It's kind of crazy to think that things could go down that route. But eventually seeing people placing bets on things like that taking place, it isn't. We're talking 100 years. I could see that sort of things happening. And as I was thinking about this question, the thought of, will the Antiques Roadshow still be on in 100 years' time? We might be seeing an 8K monitor pop up that you've dug out from your grandparents' attic. That's the sort of things that I could see happening. This IBC, this is I've lost count of how many I'm doing now, but this one's going to be quite exciting. As I say, we're launching a new product which is all based around sustainability in IT broadcast. So there are things out there at the moment that allow people to, fill forms in to say what their carbon consumption's been for production. But this is a new approach. This is looking specifically very granularly at broadcast IT, generating reports, and hopefully allowing companies of all sizes to get a first foot on the ladder so that they can enter into the whole sustainability world, because the demands are coming down the line, and so we hope what we're going to be showing at IBC is going to be fun for people to see.